All right. Good evening. It is Tuesday. I think it's the first of October. And as you can see, I am dressed differently than normal. Every so often, whether I want to or not, I do have to dress nice for things, and should probably do it more often. But I am going to this event out in LA. There's this show on, I think it's on Netflix, called Chef's Table, where they interview and follow these world-renowned chefs. And the executive chef of Megan's restaurant, Evan Funke, he is being honored by them, and that restaurant is putting on this event for the Chef's Table premiere or something. And I think Megan's gonna sneak me in the back door so I can get a taste of what that world is like. I think it's gonna be like 300 people, but it should be amazing. And I'm blessed to be able to go to that. And to do that, I cannot wear shorts and a tank top. I have to wear shoes and get a decent pair of jeans on and this black shirt. This is only the second time I've gotten to wear this shirt, actually. First time I wore it was on a date night. Man, I don't even know how long ago that was. 6 months? 8 months ago? Anyway, I wanted to touch base. I wanted to touch on a couple things, actually. There's been a lot on my mind having to do with where I'm at in my life as a 40-year-old, and depending on the way I view it or the way I allow my brain to process it, usually goes one of two ways. First way is, I just started, so I'm 40. I have 7 years clean. So 7 years ago, I just really started living as an adult. So at 33 years old. And I mean, it's an extraordinary blessing that I was presented with in the opportunity to get clean. I'm not taking anything away from that. I'm very lucky and blessed. And I've been shown a lot of help and grace and love. If I'm not careful, I could fall into these traps of like, well, I'm not doing as well as I feel I should, but that's okay because I just started really being an adult 7 years ago. And that's not an all right way to think, because realistically, I'm the reason that I started so late. I made decisions, and one could argue, yeah, but the decisions you made were to self-medicate, and then you got carried away, and it's not your fault. No, I chose to do all the things that I did, and so to try and use that cop out of I'm just getting started as an adult, like, good for you for not using drugs. Like, better. I knew better. I knew what I was doing, and I knew it wasn't the right thing to do. But like, if I'm being honest, I thought the rules didn't apply to me. I thought that I was special, and that I'd be fine. And it's like being kidnapped. Like, I see that stuff on television all the time, but it's like, it's not gonna be me. I would never get kidnapped, or I'll never be a homeless drug addict. Like, that's crazy. You know who I am? I get good grades. I'm an athlete. I have a lot of friends. Like, that can't happen to me. And you get humbled real quick when you think that. I get humbled real quick when I think that way. And so, I really have to focus on being grateful that I have this opportunity to be an adult, to be a 40-year-old man, because there was a time, which was one of the catalysts. There were a few. One of the catalysts that helped guide me in the direction of getting clean was my mother buying a plot in the cemetery, in the mausoleum where my grandparents, and she has a spot in there for herself. When in my late 20s, she bought a spot for me in there, and that's a strange thing. At the time it was like, oh, you're being silly, but when something like that sinks in, my mom should never be put in that situation. No parent should ever buy their children's grave plot. It's just not the way it's supposed to work. I know it happens, and it's tragic, and in any case. But it's just, I was choosing to live in a manner that caused my mother to need to do those things, and that wasn't okay. And I just really need to make the most of this opportunity. And been thinking a lot about, it's not like I just ponder these things. I have conversations with people. People cause me to think about these things, and people like me have a really hard time learning lessons. And I'll just keep it to myself. I have a really hard time learning lessons. Touch the stove, it burns me. Well, if I touch it with my other hand, maybe it won't burn me. It burns me. Well, maybe if I touch it with my foot. Maybe if I wait a little while and then I touch it, it won't be as hot because some time has passed. Get burned again. I have to repeatedly suffer consequences before it sinks in that, like, it's not a good idea. On the flip side of that, I'm also very teachable, and I can adapt to things, and I'm very resourceful. And I've been trying to think about what I really want to do. If I remember being a kid, I wanted to be a baseball player. Yeah, I'd love to be a professional baseball player. If not, I'd love to be an actor. But as a father, and as a boyfriend, and a son, and a friend, I think what I really want to do is help my loved ones win, whatever that might look like. And I don't, I wish I could hit the lottery and help people win financially, but I want it to be more than that. I want to, there was a time where my buddy Daniel was going through, still is, going through custody stuff in court. And I remember for a period of time, all he wanted was for that to move forward and to get some time with his kids. Now he has that. And it was great. It was great to see that, because it took like years. But to see that happen, to sit in the shit with him, and share the space with him of suck, to then see it work in the end, or not in the end, but currently, to see it take that next step and reap a little bit of the benefits of his hard work and patience, is amazing, and I'd love to be able to help my mother. She's retired. I'd love to make her life more comfortable as a retired person. I'd love to, be able to fly to Texas to see my buddy Ian. I'd love to be able to fly back home to Boston and see some family members and stuff. And I just really want to help people see what they're capable of. What that looks like in a career path, I guess it could go a lot of different ways. I talked to my buddy Dustin, who I interviewed. He's doing the KDAC or CDAC. It's to be a drug and alcohol counselor, doing like a 6-month course. And he asked if I wanted to do it with him. And I said, I'd be amazing, but it's $5,000. for the course, and I can't do that right now. Would I love to do that? Yes. I think I would be very useful to that community. And so I'm kind of looking into that. I'm going to see if I can, finagle some way to start doing that. It starts November 1st, so I don't have very much time to, if I wanted to get into that class, the next class that's starting. But it's a thought. Really, really enjoy doing this. I really enjoy touching people in one way or another. Whether I show someone how not to behave through a story or an experience that I have where the results were horrible and I can share that with someone, or by them following my lead in doing something positive. Both are just as valuable, in my opinion. Some of the best lessons I've learned in my life were from watching someone close to me go through something. I've learned a lot of lessons that way. Learned a lot of lessons the hard way, banging my head against the wall, like I was talking about a minute ago. But I've learned some really, really valuable lessons watching people I care about close to me go through some things, and me seeing what that was like and what it did to them. And forever grateful. I just want to be useful. I want to be useful not only to the people that I love and that love me, but I want to be useful, you know, to a community, to this community that I'm creating here. That, not that I'm creating, I'm just showing up, that we are creating together. I could do these videos all day long, every day. Without you guys showing up, it's not a community. That's just a video diary at that point, I just, I guess I just need to get in front of somebody and have somebody give me a chance so that I can do something worth something, you know? As far as, I'm talking as far as, a career, work goes. That's been on my mind. And doing my best not to even entertain the idea, like, hey, give yourself a break. You've been clean 7 years. You're right where you're supposed to be, and I am right where I'm supposed to be. We're all right where we're supposed to be. But I'm not, I'm not content. I'm not comfortable. I want more. Lately, I've been feeling like I deserve more. I know that I could try harder. I know that I could think outside the box and explore some avenues that I haven't, which I'm in the process of. It's gonna work out one way or another. I'll make it work, just like I did when I didn't have a place to live and when I didn't have money. I mean, you just make it work. You figure out a way. That's just what we do. It's what Dohertys do. It's what It's what addicts do. It's what addicts in recovery do. And it's an exciting thing, because I feel like everyone here will see the journey, and I think it's going to be pretty cool. And some people commented on my interview with Steve. It ended because we took a bathroom break. There's another hour and 15 minutes of footage, but I think he is going to upload that on his podcast. He started doing a podcast, and I think the deal was, we'll both record. I'll use one, he'll use the other. So I think, I'm not sure how soon, but I'll ask him in case you guys want to see the part 2 of that video. I have some behind the scenes stuff that we recorded that was kind of fun, making some cold brew and joking around, and I was changing my clothes. But just really feeling good. I'm feeling good, and this event that I'm going to tonight should be interesting. I'm going to be around a lot of people that I probably don't really typically rub shoulders with. So it'll be some good people watching. Maybe meet some cool people. I get to see a man named James Kim, who co-founded this company called Losophy with Aisha Tyler. She's an actress. She's done Criminal Minds. Whose Line Is It Anyway? She was on Friends back in the day. She's a very amazing actress. Her and Megan's friend from college, James Kim, they got together and they started this company called Losophy. And he's going to be there tonight. He's flying in. He flew in from New York, so I'm going to get to see him tonight, which is amazing. And our friend Tony is going to the party as well. So it should be a really great night. And I wanted to spend some time with you before I did that. Show you that I could dress like an adult every once in a while. And I just really appreciate everybody showing up. Anytime you do. I appreciate the support. I love all of you. I hope you have a good night. I'll check in again this week, Friday the latest, and we'll do something on Sunday. Maybe I'm thinking about maybe live streaming one of the days this week. We'll see. Maybe Thursday Night Football. I don't know, but I'll keep you informed. I'm gonna do some more stuff on here to keep everyone involved and in the community area where I can, post some pictures of things that I'm doing. In case anyone's interested, and hopefully you guys could maybe it'll allow you guys to post a picture so I can put some faces to names. And but I appreciate anybody that checks in. I love you for the support. I hope you have a blessed night. Happy Tuesday, and I'll see you again in a few days.